Hello,
Hello.
Camera Mendy. Is that a little
Hi.
pupper barking in
I
there?
know what a start to it. It's Luna. She wants to go out. I have a new camera. I have a whole new setup here because the computer I've been streaming on has been out of date for like the last 2 years, and so it is a security risk to have it on the network, as Adam would say. So finally, we switched it out.
Oh, so Adam made you get an entirely new system, for the security risk.
You know, yeah. So anyway, so very quickly we look how much more of my office you can see.
Yes.
We very
And
quickly
I think that
rearranged everything.
I think the pup just pooped right there on the floor.
She did not just poop on the floor.
Oh, well, it might be that my glasses are
That
need
is
to be cleaned.
slanderous. That is slanderous. Anyway, where are you at in the world?
So we came to California, as I think you know a little bit. I don't know that I like the way this background is working. Half my face keeps disappearing. It's very strange, cameraman.
It's like you're a ghost.
But yeah. Ooh, look, my hands kind of come in and out. Yes, very strange. And by the way, camera Mandy, nice hat.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's like a Smokey the Bear hat.
Is it?
Yeah, the Ranger guy. What was his name in Smokey the Bear? Or not Smokey the Bear,
excuse me. Smokey the Bear?
Not Smokey. It was actually that is kind of a Smokey hat too, because didn't Smokey wear a hat? But okay, chat.
So Smokey's
somebody in the chat tell me if Smokey the Bear wore a hat, but it was the other bear. It was Boo Boo and Yogi, those guys, and there was a ranger, and he had a hat that looked a lot like that hat, I think.
With the embroidery.
I don't think it had the little embroidery things on it,
Yeah,
it's the same style, cameraman.
Okay, yeah, okay. Anyway, where are you at in the world, Alphinius?
So we came out because dear Grandma Goo, is out here, and she's 87 years old, and she is the last of our parents, and she is going through some struggles. And at the same time, Ms. Goo's brother had to have surgery. So we came out here to kind of give a little support, help out the fam. You got to do that. Look,
I know.
My cheek over here is disappearing.
This is what I know that you say you're doing. But last night I received a drunken phone call from you and Miss Goo.
Camera Mandy, it was not a drunken phone call. I don't know where you come. Here, I'm going to turn on this light. Does that help? Oh, that's better. Maybe that's not better. I don't know. Anyway, what do you mean a drunken phone call? Miss Goo was not drunk. I can't believe you're accusing her of that right now. She's listening.
She's not the one who called me.
Camera Mandy.
She was
slander
the one
again. You are trying to deflect from the hangover that you always have.
She was the one who confirmed my suspicion. Like, you said one line, and I was like, "Are you drunk?" And
camera Mandy.
Yes, he is. I'm making him walk it off right now.
No, we had fun. We were. I worked yesterday quite a bit, but Diane went over to her mom's house and spent the day over there. But we're very thankful. We were very worried for Chris that the surgery would not go well, and it did.
Good.
And mom is doing well, so that's good. So we're going to probably spend a few days in the wine country, camera Mandy.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on, what?
Adam says you are quiet.
Who, me or you?
Me.
I kind of agree you're a little low. Why doesn't Adam just walk in the room and go, "You are quiet"?
He's literally texting me from right here. He's literally...
Adam, say hello.
Okay. Let me figure out.
Adam's like the hero of Goo Morning Zyathé, and nobody knows it.
Here, if I do this.
Now I can't hear you at all.
Now, can you hear me now?
That's a little better.
Is that better?
It's a little more, you sounded muted, I would say. I agree with Adam. It's a little funky. I think it's better. Let's see what the chat says.
I can also put on my headphones, so.
No, I think this is working. Does it work for the chat? Let the chat speak.
It is louder. Yes. Oh, Adam's coming over to do something. So this is Adam, if you haven't met him. So this is awkward. Alphinius, talk about something.
What am I supposed to talk about? I'm getting a text right now myself.
Oh, he's adjusting my volume. Can you hear me really loud now, or is it too loud?
I think it sounds good to me, but I don't know about everybody else. The chat is who we care about,
This is very awkward for me. I'm so sorry. My tech support is here. This is what we call a low budget production for anyone just joining us. So
Adam's got the headphones on. He's got the satchel around.
He's got their puppy. I know. We have the most spoiled dogs in the history of the world. So I did put on a different mic. So anyway,
I think you sound pretty good. What's the chat saying?
I don't know. I don't know what Adam's doing here. He's doing a million tech things, but is that a dog in a bag?
Yes, that's a dog in a bag. You're damn right. It's a dog in a bag. Little spoiled brat.
Pouch. So anyway, all this to say, we have a great show for you once we get the mic situation set out. I got some social media to show. We have some funny captions to go through. I caught a funny picture of you last week with something up your nose, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
I told you not to post that, by the way.
Yeah, but I've told you not to say things about me before, and they've somehow come out. So,
Mendy, we all have to speak the truth.
What?
We just have to speak the truth, Mendy.
We don't have to speak the truth. Okay. Adam said, I think Adam's giving this the go-ahead that we're good. So sounds like there's a dog in a bag, and Mandy is speaking from inside a box. What? Okay, I'm gonna put on my headphones. Is what I'm gonna do. So we're just gonna throw in the headphones. I'm taking off my hat.
So on May 3rd, we're gonna be on a podcast with Luke. Yes, Mendy?
Yeah. Next week, next Sunday.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And
I will not be on next.
I thought you would join. Are you not joining?
Well, I will be on Sunday, but I will not be on Goo Morning Zyathé next week. It's going to be taking over. So
it is not nearly as pleasant as you, Mendy.
He might be watching this.
I'm just speaking the truth. I like Ed. I just don't like him as much as I like you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's sweet.
Oh, wow.
But I'm also your goddaughter, so you're a little bit biased.
Yes, but now you sound that's very nice. That's a good sound, Mendy.
Thank you. This is much more pleasant. So
now it kind of went blip, 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 but that was because you were touching it, I think.
Okay. So Scottish Chef says Ed is just as pretty as Mandy, and I do agree with that.
Ed is a good-looking young man. I cannot lie, and his portrait is even better looking. You know that? I mean,
it's true.
Charisma points.
Okay, we got the headphones on. We're good to go. Oh, Adam's adjusting one more thing. Okay, we should be good to go. Now, with that said, everyone makes fun of the fact that it looks like what did someone say? It's like a mimic is picking my nose.
Yeah, it's a nose picker. It's a nose picker.
I can't go low because I have an aggressive chin. And so and if I put it right next to my mouth, you can hear me breathing. So it is what it is. Y'all can deal.
It's a nose picker.
Huh? Yeah,
it's a nose picker.
Exactly. So, okay. Are we ready to do? What do you want to do first? Oh,
whatever you want to do. But we're gonna do memorable villains, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna talk about Nilken Akbar and about Murtok. It's all coming. Well, especially Murtok. He was one of the greatest because it's a wonderful story. Anyway, keep going. Social media.
Well, speaking of villains, really quickly, there was a topic that we did not cover in Hook that we were supposed to cover. I totally blew, which was there was a discussion in the den about whether Peter is actually the villain of Peter Pan, because there's this whole fan theory out there that Peter actually steals children and takes away sticks them in forever childhood. So, anyway, so it was an interesting concept. I promise we talked about it in the show, and we did not during Hook.
Well, let's bring it up. I think it's interesting. I mean, my recollection of the tale, and I gotta dab my nose. I apologize, but my recollection from the tale, Mendy, was actually that these were kids who had been abandoned. They were truly lost in the real world, and to save them, right, they would do that. However, in the movie, of course, the baby runs away. The baby kind of ran away. Yeah. That was the whole thing. And then Tink come and grab the baby. But I think in the true tale, these were kids who were kind of marginalized and left, which is always a sad tale. So I think that was the idea behind it. But I don't know that for sure. I'd love to hear what the chat thinks. Sorry, I'm in a weird space right now because all of this is new and I'm trying to figure out how to fix this. Mendy, you're always in a weird space. I know, but this is particularly, I'm like, this is different than what somebody needs to do a meme about Mendy being in a weird space. I don't know how to share my social media or anything because normally there's a lot more settings that allow me to do this. Hold on. Fortunately, Adam is over there. I'll do share entire screen. Let me see what that does. Well, while you do that, I'm going to talk about. Can you at least? Is
Yeah.
there any comments from the chat that?
Sorry, I've been trying to
about
figure out how to share my screen. I think I figured out how I can do something, but Harry says the Goo family is always in a weird space. Most fairy tales have dark roots. There are some plot holes in the movie Hook. The kids had
I
died.
agree
This
with
is
that.
why. Oh, this is what Jen says. The kids had died. This is why they never aged. Or would he be a
Oh, the kids
greenie?
had actually. Wow, was that part of the theory? The kids had actually perished.
That's interesting. So, Cassie says depends which Peter Pan. Scottish Chef, new tiny creature, the nose picker. Everyone needs a nose picker in their life.
Listen, Jeff.
Really small dwarf, smaller than a mouse, with a tiny pickaxe, and they clean your sinuses while you sleep. That sounds horrifying. But
the truth is, though, wasn't the Pan? What was the Pan? Was a fey creature. That was a fairy creature in the mythos, right? And the Pan would actually didn't the Pan always take children? Wasn't that part of the not Peter Pan, but the Pan with his pipes, right? Isn't that true? Somebody from the chat help me remind me of this, because I think that was true. That the Pan was a villain who would come in and pipe and take the children who would follow with the music. I think that's true. I believe I remember that mythos.
Sorry, we're on two. We have two conversations happening in the chat.
Listen, I want to be clear about this. Purple Hazy, you can absolutely pick your friend's nose. You can. Okay, you have to have permission. Oh, the Pied Piper too. Yeah, the Pied Piper did that for sure. I know that. But I thought the Pan. Oh, this is great, Jen.
We gotta get Jen on sometime soon. Jen, come on the show. She's got
Jen
all this cool stuff.
Jen, come on. We gotta have you on the stream.
Yeah.
You gotta come on the stream.
We studied it in literature class.
The author's life at the time to argue the kids were dead for reference.
And I think I did read something that the author's, if I'm remembering this correctly, the author's kid brother had died in a really tragic accident when he was very young. And so I think that there's a lot of theories about this playing into his portrayal of the forever young and forever youth. So anyway, super interesting.
Well, anyway, I don't perceive Peter Pan in the book nor either of the movies that he was. I agree with that. You should not is probably more appropriate than you can't.
Picking upon consent is, I think, what we're landing.
Consented picking.
This is the worst conversation ever. The symmetry between Peter Pan and the picking. Yeah, no, it's the whole thing. Okay. Anyways,
I just still want to know about the Pan by itself, because I think I'm speaking about Pan's Labyrinth. I remember that. Yes, I did. That was an interesting show. That was pretty good. Wasn't that David Bowie was in that? Yes.
No. Pan's Labyrinth was Guillermo del Toro. I can't remember the director's name exactly. I think isn't that right? Pan's Labyrinth. I mean, it's this really creepy one with like the monster like this.
With
the eyeballs.
Oh yeah. Pan's Labyrinth was spooky. It was pretty spooky. I thought
Labyrinth is the one with David Bowie, but Pan's Labyrinth is. I mean, we should do that one. We should do that one for Cryptflix at some point. It is creepy. I haven't watched it in 20 years, but it is so good. So anyway,
sorry.
I forgot this. It is in Spanish, so it's subtitled, but it's so good. It's such a good movie. So everyone in the chat is saying I loved Pan's Labyrinth. So Del Toro directed it, I think. So yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, we need to do it. We need to show it.
Yeah.
I think that'd be. I think we need to show it.
If you haven't watched it and you're into D&D, I think it's something. It's a mixture of fantasy and horror. So if I'm remembering it correctly, it was really good. So anyway, no, I think this has been an interesting conversation. I don't want to spend too much more time on it because we have a bunch of other things to do today. But
let me just ask the chat. The chat likes the movie reviews and the discussions. Does everybody like that? We keep doing this because it seems like it. But
feedback in the chat, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it, and I think let's do Pan's Labyrinth. I think that'd be great. Let's do that next.
Does everyone think that we should do Pan's Labyrinth? You can put it in the chat. So
Yeah,
they're saying yes, definitely. Okay, we'll do Pan's Labyrinth next. So
that'd be fun.
it'll be like a month away, but we'll go ahead and do it. I'll put it in the
because
chat.
we got a couple folks we're bringing on too. We're gonna have a couple guests, so I'm pretty excited about that. I actually, you know, everything is kind of coming together. It's pretty exciting. If you know, the obviously we distributed the Trouble with Rats, which was the last of the stretch goal things that we had to finish with Ed, and of course Marvelous Patrick did a lot of work with that, and also Carrie and yours truly, and we, along with AJ, who always, you know, he touches everything, and then of course the team, right? It is so good, Camera Mandy, and so much bigger than it was supposed to be.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm not going to give all the news. We got some news from Gen Con this week. I'm not going to give all the news, but we got some good news from Gen Con this week. And I'm just going to say that you are going to be running, I believe, 2 slots of A Trouble with Rats. However, you're going to have to figure out how to condense it into 4 hours. So
well,
that'll be your challenge.
I think that'll be impossible, but I think that we can do an intro sort of thing that will begin, because there's 3 parts to it.
The tickets are going to be pricey for your game, so you got to give them a really good show.
Well, you know, I will. I'm going to try to get Ed to come join me.
Well, if you're going to get Ed to come join you to do it, then we got to boost the ticket prices up.
There no promises. I got to check in with him and see.
Okay.
But he is also now working on another project with us for the next crowd fund, which is A Malady of Mimics, which is the sequel to A Trouble with Rats, and it's another great tale.
Okay.
And yes, and then of course we're just finishing up, because everything is finished. It's very exciting, Camera Mandy. I hope those of you who got a chance to get Trouble with Rats and you've looked at it, I hope you're excited for it. It is really, really good, and it's just really good. All right, you're trying to shut me down.
Joe, who is one of our lore masters and incredible, and condensed the Dungeon and Dunex into a 4-hour, has volunteered to help you if you need.
Joe is the man.
Yes, Joe is the man. He's the man. Okay, let us keep going, because we have lots of stuff to get through. Oh, also, I'm going to put this in here again. If you have not voted already for this week's Monster Mash, you have like another 10 minutes to go do that. Even if you suck and your choices have not been great, if your bracket is broken, we will be drawing from all the people who've entered, and it's been an accumulative.
Oh yeah, even if you're the worst of the worst, you still got a shot.
Yeah, this also reminds me that I was supposed to draw the pillow this week, and you'll have to forgive me. I had 5 video shoots in a row this week, which we've never done before. So I have not been able to keep on top of my Goo stuff this week. So we will do that.
Yeah, and I've been a little lousy on myself in the Discord and here as well, because of all that's been going on out here in California. So my apologies to all of you wonderful friends who put up so many wonderful things that I haven't had yet a chance to quite comment on. But I do read. I tell you, I love the den. The creativity and the fun and the people that are in there is just magnificent. Love it.
Okay, so I think this is how I have to show stuff right now, is like on the
screen. Really, Camera Mandy? Oh, and it even shows the moderation on the side. That's
I know.
Very good. Yes, so look, all of those.
There are no restrictions on camera, it says. That's me. Anyway, so here's the picture. And there are a lot of captains.
I had a bloody nose, Camera Mandy, and you remember this, right after Goo Morning Zyathé, and so I was trying to stop the bloody nose, and you took a picture right at that exact moment. And I'm going to catch you drinking something someday so that I can talk about your hangovers. You didn't have to do this unflattering image, Camera Mandy.
You know what was best? First off, your camera is gone. I don't know where you went. But also, like,
you can't see me?
Oh, huh?
You can't see me?
No, I don't think so.
I can see me on the side.
Okay, then maybe he's fine. Y'all tell me if you can see him. I can't see you on the side. I can see you down, but anyway, all this to say, they see him. Okay, good. So it's just me. I can't see you. You're like a ghost to me, but that's when I can still hear you. Okay. Anyway, all this to say, you were just sitting there with this thing up your nose, and I said, I'm gonna take a picture of you, and you went to go grab it out, but it was too late. I already took the picture. But it's funny because of the expression here. But
and
anyway,
I was saying, no.
Yes. Little did Alphinius know that the glob of frosting on his cinnamon roll was a mimic. Failed my con save versus sudden nosebleed, currently taking 1d4 embarrassment damage per round.
You guys are so funny.
Oh my gosh.
Listen,
Jim says,
so
yeah. Huh?
what? Just
There's
keep going.
I'm not going to read them all because there are so many comments on this thing. Like, y'all went crazy. Escargot has lost its mind and is assaulting peaceful pipe smoking Alphinius. I don't think that's true. So I don't think that escargot could give you a nosebleed except for stress. It's a stress wound. After going 14 rounds with Sir Tyson, Alphinius's shield spell failed, resulting in a strike connecting with his nose. You should have seen the other guy, says Alphinius.
Yes, that's right.
Oh my god.
As Sir Tyson has said in the past, everybody's got a plan till they get punched in the mouth.
So
do you even know what I'm talking about, Cameron Andy?
Well, Mike Tyson? Do I know that? But do I know that quote? No.
That's probably his most famous line of all lines.
What?
That's probably his most famous line of all lines. Everybody's got a plan till they get punched in the mouth.
Fair. I think it's probably true. So, okay, I'm going to grab our screenshots really quickly. Just give me a second while I get them popped up. And we'll do some quick social media.
I'm really excited about the Evening in Ethone print. So we got to get that. We got to get that framed that Lawrence got signed by everybody. We got to put that up. I'm stoked about it. Did you sign it?
Do that. Yep, I did. So, Belinda posted this.
Yes, I saw it.
There's like just giant pink snails all over Kentucky. Like, it's pretty hilarious. So, why? Louisville for the Derby week. I don't know why pink snails, but I'm down for it. So, oh my gosh.
But I guess they're moving, right? They continue to move. They're not staying in the same place, right?
I mean, there's a bunch of these things, like the cows that come to Denver and stuff like that. I think it's smart. I like it. I think it's a way to bring some
Camera Mandy, we've got to do it. We've got to make the goos. We got to do Gooey Cubes.
Giant Gooey Cubes.
Yes. And we'll have them come to Indianapolis.
Okay, sounds good. We'll just put them all over Gen Con.
Coolest thing ever. 5 big Gooey Cubes just traveling across from Denver to.
I'm 100% positive if we pay Gen Con enough, we could put them all over the con. But it would be like insanely expensive. It'd be like $500,000.
Listen,
this is hilarious.
This is hilarious, and really, that's a very cute snail.
I want this to put it by. I want to put this in our booth as an Easter egg at Gen Con. Where'd you go, Alphinius? Oh, you're grabbing a.
Hold on, I'm good. I sneezed, so I'm trying not to sneeze all over the screen. So
I appreciate that.
Let me hold on. I'm gonna blow my schnozola.
Brilliant from Chet. By order of the realm, the criminal cultist Escargot wanted. Anyway, just hilarious.
Oh, we knew this was coming, Cameron Wendy.
We knew there was coming.
The Escargot was going to ultimately overplay his slimy hand.
Well, in some people's eyes, in other people's eyes, he's just fighting for the people. So it's all a matter of perspective.
He's not fighting for the people.
Okay, this was hilarious from Joe. I ran Dark Tide's night today for my home group. One of the players insisted on seeing all the handouts before everyone else got to see them, and it was the parrot. So anyway, that's just hilarious.
I think that's adorable. And not only that, you can see the parrot is looking, right? The parrot
he's actually looking at the handout. Like, what is this?
The teddy bear. It's looking at the bear, which is
absolutely.
Which is obviously wonderful.
Yeah.
And creepy.
It's really funny when you run Dark Tides with like a group, because it's probably our most common convention module. It's also one of our best convention modules because you can run it in an hour and a half. To see who picks up the teddy bear, who's, and it always gets picked up. I don't think I've ever had a table where they didn't pick up the teddy bear. It's a clear trap. Just saying. Oop. Okay, so Michelle posted this. Still slowly deep cleaning my space, pulled out the old box of Mage Knight. Anyone else remember or even still have some floating around? So I thought, Alphinius, you might know. I don't know.
I commented on it. I have some Mage Knight miniatures. I don't have many because I didn't want to get into it. It was it was another collectible, thing. And good God, I've collected enough stuff. So I bought a few because I thought they were cool. But it was a bit of a phenomenon for a while. I don't know how successful it was, but a lot of my friends enjoyed it, and I played it a few times with friends. It's a good game.
Nice. So there's a lot of talking about the bear. So John grabbed it,
The
picked it
teddy
up
bear.
over the objections of the pot. Here's the thing: even if you don't pick it up, you have to pick it up at some point. Somebody has to pick it up. It's a total railroad. You can't leave the treehouse until it's been picked up. So
Doggone right.
yeah. So and yeah, Joe says, "Oh yes, they picked it up."
And
So
listen, I just want to be clear. This whole thing, about the debasing of the railroad. Okay,
uh-huh.
I want to say it again. In life, things you don't want to have happen to you happen to you. That's
Yep.
just the way it goes.
Yep.
I've had players say to me, "You're railroading me." I'm like, "No, I'm not. This is just a bad thing that happened."
I love this. Competitors complain that Sir Hopsalot's southern steed gave him an unfair advantage.
I would say it's true.
Hysterical. I feel like we're both. I'm so sorry. We were both kind of fighting colds today. I feel so. Well,
Yeah.
you're always a little bit, crazy.
No,
but
whenever I come to California and back and forth between, I always have a little, allergy thing, that. But back and forth from California. Now, honestly, give me a couple more days here in California and my nose will be much better because the dry air in Colorado is what really messes with me. Really.
Yeah.
But getting used to California again is interesting. Isn't that wonderful, Camera Mandy?
Yeah. So where are we at with the Gloomport? Give us an update.
So it is in final review, final. We are going through it. I'm looking right now at books 1 and 3. The team is going through book 2, which is 2 volumes, which has all of the locations, checking the maps and all of that stuff. It's so good, Camera Mandy. The city of my dreams. It's so good.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see it next to Darkenhaven. Now, are they going to be printed in time for Gen Con?
Oh yes, I think so.
Good.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we're gonna print. We might actually. I'm scared to do this because it's going to be expensive, but we might do 1,000 of them and then do another 500 Darkenhaven at the same time. And then
I do feel, if I'm being honest, I do think it's kind of the flagship product now for Gooey.
It is.
So, I mean, obviously we have Tomb of Guys and Gags, which is great, and these adventures. But I mean, in terms of what you get, I think you can't hold that box without just being like, whoa. So
well, and I think, to when you take it all together, when you take Darkenhaven on the top and you take the Gloomport down below and you take the Mornwood just across the river, you really have this wonderful campaign area that you could, literally adventure in for years. Obviously, people like to move around in games, and that's a wonderful thing. And I like it myself. But it does give you lots of options for people to experience the city and not have to travel far, far away to experience dungeons and caves and other things like that, which was always the goal with this marvelous location. It was always the goal. And of course, the Mornwood got even better when we started working on it with, to honor Donnie and Andrea and the marvelous whole thing that's going on in there. And Josh gave some great stuff there. I mean, it was really, it's quite a wonderful thing. I can't wait. Can't wait for everybody to have it and be done. There's Amber.
with the teddy bear, with the dark.
Yes, with the teddy bear and the 666.
I knew this is coming up. So anyway, yeah, I believe Lauren sent these so she can run them on. She's doing a cruise, like a celebrity D&D cruise ship thing, and so they were looking for her to fill more like 2-hour slots versus 4-hour slots, so she can get more people through. And so Dark Tides is great for that. So it's just a great little taste of a mystery, just excellent little adventure. Rick says my favorite module is Dark Tides. Yeah. So it's just short and it's just perfect. So Chelsea put this up and I think it is just marvelous. And Chelsea is very talented. Just very talented painter. So I just wanted to show it. It looks awesome. So
she does the restoration of the books, yes, is what she does?
Yeah. So this is it's a whole trend. Sometimes people rebind books. So they have like bad covers and stuff like that. It's really interesting. There's amazing creator, and I cannot remember her name off the top of her head, but I'm sure most people have seen her reels. She took like what is that insanely long book series, The Wheel of Time, and she made
Oh,
it
the
all
Wheel of
into one
Time.
gigantic book with like custom covers. And I mean, she does just a tremendous amount of work. I'll see if I can find her if I can find her Instagram. I mean, just incredible. So anyway, but this was great. And Chelsea's in the chat. Hey Chelsea. So
Hi, Chelsea. Yeah,
beautiful.
no, she's got wonderful talents, and this is a
Yeah.
marvelous thing. And Chelsea, anytime you put these kinds of things up, you give a smile to me. I just want you to know I love seeing these kinds of crafts and skills and artistry. It's magnificent.
Yeah, absolutely. Nerd Forge. Thank you. Thank you. It is Nerd Forge is the if you are not following Nerd Forge on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever you're on, you're missing out. Like the stuff that this woman can do is just incredible. I mean, she is just multi-talented. So
How
and she
did I
does.
know that Andy would come up with the answer?
I know. Oh wait, Purple Hazy also did. I'm sorry. Thank you guys. So and okay, let's go ahead. I think was that my last? I think that might have been my last one. Nope, I got a couple more. The creator of the D100 or 100-sided dice, I should say, passed away at 91. So we salute to Lou. So
Yes. Yes.
and then Jen posted this. I just thought it was funny. Escar Gators. No, this is not someone like someone else drew this. I think I'm pretty positive someone else posted this. But I just thought it was hysterical because it just fit Gooey so well.
And it's not Escar Gators, Cameramendi. It's Escar Gatos.
Gatos. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like this could be
Escar Gator would be a whole different thing, and now I'm sure that's going to be
great. I think it's great. I think we should. I think we should do a Catagator snail. So.
Listen,
okay.
The Catagator became canon and the snail is not. All right, listen. You can see again now. This is the Zyanthic circle that is now being, impugned. Right. This is beyond the pale, Cameramendi.
That the shenanigators are back at it.
Well, the shenaniganators are definitely back in force now. Anonymous members posting all kinds of things.
I don't know what you did to piss someone off, but they're back for sure. So anyway, I'm enjoying the storyline they're creating in the den. So
yes, it's great.
The snail in Darkenhaven is the snail is in Darkenhaven, and I do agree that it is canon in that way because we.
Well, there are certainly snails in Darkenhaven, that's for sure.
Well, Escar Goo's portrait is in Darkenhaven still. So
I know, cameraman.
Yes,
yeah, I know.
Oh my goodness.
And Harry did a great sculpt of that little
I know, it's amazing. Okay, we are going to do our final four for
Monster Bash.
Yep. So we are. Let me just get this all up and running. Why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit while I get this all connected?
So I'm trying to remember. The last four are the fearsome fruitcake, the giant plagued toad, the Oculix, and the baby mimicker. Oh yeah, you just could look there.
Yeah, I was like, it's.
Well, I need to look a little closer.
Sorry, I have to get logged into the MooBot. I forgot that because this is a new system, that everything has changed.
Listen, go ahead and do it. I'll just say, what I'm really excited about is honestly some of the great monsters, the greatest monsters actually made it through. It's pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot of good monsters in there, but the fact that the fearsome fruitcake and the broken Oculix.
I mean, the broken Oculus took down the Void Wing.
I know.
Come on, man.
It's off the hook.
It is off the hook. Okay. I mean, I like it because it's random, but fun. Okay, so we're doing.
Well, people have a chance to obviously influence it by pushing, advantage, right?
Yes.
And so that does help the whole situation, and the fact that we don't really modify anything, right? So
right.
If you're the baby mimicker, you got the same chances as Void Wing.
If you have not submitted, you got like another minute before we start our rolls. So, and I agree with Michelle. Underdogs forever. I agree. And my poor misery mutt was not the underdog that made it, but it's okay. So,
and truly is an underdog, cameraman.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. So our first poll, our first
All right.
show off is going to be our Oculix Zaal versus the baby Mimicker. And I argue that these are the two cutest little monsters.
Well, what
Well,
I love
Oculix
about
Zaal is not
Saul,
little.
really,
Huh?
I mean, obviously the baby mimicker is adorable. Benjo just did a great job with that artwork. But what I
Yes.
love about Zal, right, is he is scary, right? He's a scary bad monster, but he really is broken. You know, he was defective when he came out of the vat.
Oh my gosh. I don't think he looks scary. It looks like I could just pet him. He looks like a dog. A one-eyed dog. Lots of teeth.
I want to know how many of the chat agree with that, cameraman.
Okay. We are going exclamation point A for Oculix Zaal and exclamation point B for the Mimicker for who should get advantage. So
Yes.
and
And I've got to believe that baby and mimicker is going to get the win on this.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what's up. So yeah, exclamation point A. I don't know. Look at this. Oculix Zaal is not doing bad. So
Oculix Zaal. Oh, the votes are coming. The votes are pouring in.
oh my god, they're evenly matched right now. We'll have to okay,
Here
now
come
the
the
baby
votes
Mimicker.
are pouring in. I actually love
Okay.
this, Mandy. I think this is very cool. It's got a little tension, you know. Oh, look, it's 50-50.
Oh my
Come on,
goodness.
is there one more vote?
We need like
Here
one
comes
more.
the count. Here comes the count.
Okay.
There's one more. Who got it? 26. Oh, it's still even.
Okay.
Oh, 27.
27. We're gonna cut this off. I'm gonna cut in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it is done. The baby Mimicker has the advantage. So who do you want to roll for?
Go ahead, Cameron Mandy.
I don't want to roll for the people that you know, I think so my rolls have been terrible. So
but it probably means that you're due, Cameron Mandy.
Fine, I'll do it. I'll roll for the baby Mimicker, who, by the way, is the only one I have left on my bracket to, you know, go to the final two. So
all right, give it your roll. Give your first one.
I think you guys can actually see my rolls if I like with this camera. You guys can actually see what it is. So
no, they can't. They can see the dice. They can't see the roll.
I know, but they can see my technique and they can critique me on what's wrong.
Oh,
and I got
so
my nice glowy dice.
Technique issue why you're rolling so crappy.
Okay, I got a 10 on that first roll.
Okay.
You know what?
I'm not telling you what I rolled. Roll the second one, Cameron Mandy.
I'm gonna roll the Orca dice that David Benavides gave me. So
well, you're at 10 right now, Cameron Mandy. That's not that good.
What did you get?
I'm not telling you until you roll the second one.
A 12.
I have a 5. The baby and Mimicker shall advance.
Mimicker is going to the finals. Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay, how does this happen? How does the baby Mimicker take down Oculix Zaal?
Well, we've already had this conversation, Cameron Mandy.
Okay.
Oculix Zaal is going down the hall, floating. Ooh,
you need to get creative, sir. Get creative. You are a game master.
Listen,
you are a game master. You are game mastering right now. Do a good job. This is Final Four.
The breeze blows from the cavern below. A strange scent upon it. Acrid and somewhat disgusting. Yes, and down the hall, you can see glowing in the darkness a huge eye. Yes, and it moves forward. It is a floating being, and there is goo streaming from it onto the ground. Yes, and sitting in the middle of the hallway is the little baby Mimicker, like this. And Oculix Zaal comes up, and his talons come forth. His eye opens wide, and he dies from cuteness.
Okay. That was just the cutest thing ever. I can't even fight this thing. Fair enough.
Come on, the chat had to like that one.
Let's see. Baby and Oculus are friends.
Oh, they're little pals.
So maybe this wasn't like a kill shot. Maybe the Mimicker was just like, let me go, let me pass.
Maybe Zaal faked it.
Yeah. Okay, next up, we have this is genuinely a fan favorite monster. the fearsome fruitcake versus the giant plague toad, which somehow made it into the final 4 by pure luck. So,
Pure luck.
yeah, pure
All
luck.
right. Which one's
Okay.
the exclamation
Now,
A?
I wrote a line I was actually pretty proud of in my social media post, which was because the giant plague toad kills everything by eating it, but the fearsome fruitcake will not allow itself to be eaten. So, which is funny because it's cake. So, ha ha ha. Okay, so we got estimation point A for our fearsome fruitcake here, or estimation point B for the giant plague toad. Who will
Gosh, I
come out?
can't
Will
believe
the
we're down to the final 4 right now, Cameron. We're almost going to be on the final 2.
next week? I know next week, and I mean, freaking it's going to be running. He's going to be rolling for the final, which means
The baby
Okay.
mimicker has made it to the final, Cameron Mendy. Now we'll see about the fruitcake or the toad.
Toad. Yes. Okay. Who
Okay, where's
will
the
be
vote?
going? Who will the baby mimicker? Okay, so very clearly the advantage is going for the fearsome fruitcake. So who do you want to roll for? Would you like to do the fruitcake or would you like to do the giant plague toad?
You choose, Cameron Mendy.
I will do the toad. So
You're doing the toad?
I'm going to do the toad because I don't want to be responsible if the fruitcake loses. Because I think
I have
everyone
advantage. I can roll twice.
everyone wants a final with the baby mimicker and the fearsome fruitcake. Okay.
Okay, here comes the roll.
What is it?
I'm not telling you, Cameron
You have
Mendy.
the advantage.
16.
Oh, wow, that's good. Okay, that's hard. That's going to be hard to beat.
You rolled a 20.
I swear to God, if this toad goes to... Here's the deal. I'm going to show it. I'm going to take a picture. Everyone can witness that this was... Somehow, some miracle... Do you see that?
Oh, Cameron Mendy. I think the toad is going to go, Cameron Mendy.
You have to get a 19 or a 20.
I think the fruitcake is going down.
Oh my God.
All right, here we go.
See it. Oh my God, how did the giant plague toad make it?
Down goes the fruitcake.
Oh my God.
Because as we know, no one likes fruitcake except for giant plague toads.
Plague toads. Okay, well, I will say congratulations to the giant plague toad. I don't think it ever once had advantage. It somehow scraped its way to the final 2.
Okay, we need to ask. Okay, we need to put them up in the den, and we need to ask everybody to name the giant plague toad.
Plague toad. I know. Yeah. Oh my
We
goodness.
got to personalize this toad now. This is a big deal.
The moral of the story: don't lick toads.
Hey, listen. Now that I'm thinking about it, listen seriously. Now that I'm thinking about it, we need to have Chet do a cute drawing of the giant plague toad. Now, it's getting to the end. You gotta see if Chet
has a list of things he still needs to do. He needs to do our low budget production shirt. So at some point, so the fruitcake got licked to crumbs by the toad. The toad's name is Irving.
Irving
the toad. Peebles the toad.
Peebles.
Okay.
Peebles the plague toad, which has, of course, a little alliteration there. Well done, Mandy.
Oh my God.
Oh, toad.
Oh my God.
Okay, there's some winners in here. Okay, listen, here's the deal. We're gonna put it up in the den, camera Mandy, and we're gonna pick what we consider to be the top 3. Okay, we'll pick the top 3. Okay, and we'll have the team vote off. We'll have the whole den vote off on which of the top 3 is the winner, and all 3 of them will get a signed plague toad.
Is that what people want? Do they really
no,
want
of course they don't.
It'll
be totally exclusive, cameraman. There'll be like 3 of them in the entire world.
I have a better prize. If Harry would want to do a sculpt of the toad, throw that out there.
Poor Harry. He's always got to do shit. Stuff.
But if not, we'll do the signed toad. A signed plague toad.
So signed plague toad. So listen. We got to put it up. We can't. Don't let me forget, camera Mandy, or you do it after this thing because I'm in California. So put that up
Harry says he'll scope the plague toad.
All right, Harry. So does and y'all, if you got a couple bucks, go support Harry on My Mini Factory.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's great.
Don't lick toads during your combat. I think that is
definitely
a fair thing.
Yeah, Rick, do not.
Okie doke. Okay, we have 15 minutes left, and that is our discussion time. So we want everyone to participate in this discussion. This is how to play memorable villains. So, Alphinius, why don't you start?
Listen, if you ponder villains, right, and you ponder, and you can't really, you can certainly take inspiration from literature, okay? But oftentimes in literature, you get much more insight into the villain as the reader than a normal human being or person would as they're going, right? You get much more insight because you see their character, you get all the secret side stuff, right? So you get a lot more information or a lot more ideas about how to play good villains, honestly, from probably from shows and movies, because you get less insight into their character. But the thing that I believe about a memorable villain is, first and foremost, absolutely first and foremost, they need to have some levels of connection with the party in one way or another over time. So rather than just a villain just shows up once, right? The more you can bring that villain more involved, have them be in the background, those kinds of things, this really begins to add to it. I'd love to see what the chat thinks about sort of nemesis coming. It's true, David. They're all villains. Everybody included.
I do kind of love the idea of having a party of all villains. Like,
so what ends up happening is the half the party tries to kill the other half of the party, then the last half tries to kill each other. It's
I mean, but if it was like a agreement at the table that you are actually like a party of villains that are like friends, so you're not trying to screw each other over.
Well, somebody always got to try to screw somebody or another. All right. Yes. So vicious mockery. Look at you toad.
Okay, this is a great suggestion from Grim Parrot. When voicing a villain, be loud when it is expected to be quiet. Be quiet when it is expected to be loud.
I actually think that listen, there is nothing better at the table than to bring down this. I am here to kill you, and you will be dead soon. Right? It's just that wonderful, right? And all of a sudden the table pays attention, and but so first and foremost, I believe one of the key premises of a memorable villain is that they have a connection to the party in one way or another. And it can be multiple players if you can make it work, but certainly at least one. And that they also not just appear and be dead, right? They recur, they escape, they, all that stuff. But I'd love to see what I agree. Yes, you should always offer, if you can offer a friend of the party, Jeff, or even better, one of the party members.
What? No. So
it is, Jen. I agree with that. Shadowrun is definitely a game of dark characters, right? So silent pauses are loud. That's absolutely true. So I think when I'm trying to build
So,
that's right.
Letting the party almost beat them, then they always have the ability to poof away just before defeat. Then the taunting begins through the whole story. Small encounters where you see or hear them, so frustrating and epic at the same time. I do agree, though, that there is a balance, though, between it being frustrating and it being epic. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to find...
It has to be realistic and appropriate. I mean,
yeah.
But I've had people say, "How'd he get away? That wasn't fair." I said, "No, this was the plan. This is what he had to do. This is exactly." And most of the time, I'm trying to be reasonable with my bad guy escaping. I'm not trying Harry, I completely agree with this. I'm going to touch on this in just a second. So the ability for that villain, and again, big villains are not just going to put themselves in a position where they're just easy to just slay, right? they're going to have backup plans and escape plans, and they're going to sick their minions to try to soak up damage. And honestly, a couple of times where I thought one of the major villains was going to get away, they didn't, because the party outplayed the villain. And you got to.
I do think that is the important thing, is that there should be a caveat, which is that if the party plays it so well, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I
yes.
do think, yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
And there's always the opportunity, if that happens, to modify the story, and maybe the villain has, a partner or a family member or something who, is really now pissed off that this happened to the villain, so there's all kinds of ways to play that. But I agree that the villain in the background is very powerful, especially if they start hearing whispers about it, especially if agents of that villain begin to start coming and encountering, right? And, this is so good in a city setting in particular, right? Because there's so many different places and ways to play, and you can get accosted when you're in the, all that stuff. So I'm going to tell a story. I've mentioned this before, but long ago, my party was that'll get you going. I agree.
one of our players had a baby in game. Evil slavers kidnapped it, and he chased them to the ends of the earth. Made it very personal.
Very personal. Yes, absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
So there was an administrator, a public administrator in the city of Waterdeep, because I love Waterdeep. Many of you know this, and played in Waterdeep for many years. And this administrator was named Murtok. And Murtok was, his responsibility was to stop the traffic jams that were occurring on certain streets in this one neighborhood, because all these carts would pull in there. And so he would get people to move on. Well, our party came in there and they parked in front of a certain location, and they left their 2 carts there with their mounts. And as they're getting off, Murtok comes running up and he goes, hold, you cannot park here. This is a violation, right? And so, but the party was all cocky. so they left them there, right? And so they were issued citations from the city of Waterdeep. So right in front of Murtok, they tore up the citations. So now it was on. So Murtok, who was like absolutely not a character whatsoever, who was ever intended to be a villain, began to shadow the party. And wherever they would do any minor infraction in the city, they would get a citation. And then they started having bill collectors come around to collect the fines. So it began to get a little bit crazy. Then they beat up Murtok. So Murtok went from being Murtok, right, just himself. Then he went to be Murtok the Obsessed, all right? So he was obsessed with the party. Once they beat him up, he went and tried to summon a demon to kill the party, and he ended up being possessed by the demon. So he became Murtok the Possessed, and he actually became a big bad evil guy for the party. It was great.
So, like, just you found a sliver of something that wasn't even intended, and
no,
then
in the party.
But when they reacted to it the way that they did, you played on that, and I think again adapting is great. I had a ton of good comments. Even calculating, small and complex villains should have some sense of insanity just under the surface.
Yes, usually, typically, now I will say, I agree with this, that if there's some of the motives, right, and I have made complex villains where they actually thought they were doing the right thing.
I think it's very easy when you're playing D&D to, this is the bad guy, we go kill the bad guy. So it is very easy to kind of slip into that pattern. So to play on that expectation, to then find realizations and things like that, it wakes the party up a little bit. I think it has like a moment of like, oh crap, I like that. So
yes, I agree. This is some great comments coming in the chat here. I love this. Yes, so sub bosses, Rick, absolutely. Sub villain baddies.
I like the idea of like leaving things in their wake, like things that the party, like a town gets slaughtered and the party did not arrive in enough time to actually save the people of the town. Things like that, where there's a sense of powerlessness, but also something that drives them forward.
Yeah, I did a game for a little while in Waterdeep for some friends that was a little Jack the Ripper themed, and there was this this thing, whatever it was, right, that they didn't know, that was in a neighborhood was killing people, and in most heinous ways. And listen, Dak. And so the party was tasked to try to help, because actually one of the party members' family members was actually murdered. And so that it really did begin to build. And then they realized as time went on that there was more to this. Was not just some insane slasher murderer. They were actually taking things from the bodies. But it took them a while to discover that. And then they began to investigate, and then they found out that there was actually this really creepy ritual that was tied potentially to the things that were being taken. And so it really built a lot of fear and suspense, right? And then you found out that it wasn't just a single person who was doing this to the people. There was actually multiples. These were the agents, and the big baddie was actually the person that they knew, who they thought was a friend that was helping them out. It worked out great. I mean, it was great. They were pissed. That's exactly true, David. That was Murtaugh.
Yeah, big villain that starts as small villain when the party is low level. I'm sorry, I'm not up on comments. Sometimes the best villain isn't a single person; it's a cabal. The worst evils are collective.
I agree.
Excuse me. And I do like the idea that you run into minions and can collect information along the way.
Yes.
I think that's really helpful to kind of solving a mystery.
Yeah, because the wonder of the game is not just fighting, although your dad always wanted to fight.
I'm a villain.
That's not fair. You don't even know what's going on now, Cameramendi. You have betrayed the Hatters in the saga that's going on in the Gooey Den.
I'm not too worried about
it. You are a betrayer of the Hatters now. Dak Hawkins looks like he's making a play to take over the Hatters.
I know Dak Hawkins' backstory. I know it's not really happening.
No, listen, I'm speaking the truth, Cameramendi. You need to see what's going on, and I can't wait to see what's posted next, Cameramendi. Mm-hmm. So, but the wonder of the game is not just fighting, right? It's not just advancing in levels. The wonder of the game is solving mysteries and digging into these things. That's what makes these adventures so much more fun and interesting, right? We always try, as you know that, Cameramendi, most of our adventures, we always try to build in a little mystery and intrigue and those kinds of things, because we do believe it adds so much to the tale.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I mean, the theory.
Yes.
You can have a puppet villain as the face, diverting attention from the real villain. So
the fake villain, Escargot, and the real villain, yes, Portholus.
A villain still has limited resources. As they expend them to escape or thwart the players, the further along the story is, the more desperate they become, irrational, willing to sacrifice their strengths for temporary advantage. And I do agree with that. It is important, I think, for villains not to be all powerful and to have their to actually have them be a real character with their own flaws and their own bad choices or good choices. So,
and like I said, to have a betrayer who was friends, to have a family member who becomes a villain, to have a family member impacted or a friend impacted by the villain, these all add to memorability, right? And again, just not having them just appear and get slaughtered and be done, right? It's much more enjoyable, I think, for the game and for the players. Although it's frustrating too, right? But ultimately, when you typically will succeed in your mission, will succeed in your mission, that makes it more epic when that memorable villain finally is thwarted, right? And that's a great thing. This is a great conversation. There's some great comments. You got some more in there, or what are you looking at, Cameramendi?
I'm trying to find the giant plague toad for Harry so he can sculpt it for our prizes.
Well, why don't you do that after the stream, Cameramendi? We're almost done.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget, because the problem is these things happen and then I forget about it, and then okay. Never understood the power of an aggressive apathy. I angered one party to extreme with the BBG just being dismissive of them. So
I agree.
That's
not
hilarious.
Even worth my time, you slummos.
All villains should think they're the hero of their story. That is their motivation. Like a good villain, like Thanos. Let me just. I watched Endgame and what was the one before that? The Infinity Stones. I watched that like a couple weeks ago, just randomly. I was like, oh, I want to throw this on and just It's been a while, so me and Adam sat and watched it. And like I like the way that they built up Thanos through all of those movies and all the superheroes and everything like that. You know, I know they're not perfect movies, but I still feel like they did a really good job of just that whole run.
Well,
So
Thanos really did believe he was doing the right thing, and
yeah,
I can see some people actually sort of agreeing, not necessarily agreeing with his motivations, not agreeing with his method, right?
yeah,
So and that makes a very interesting character. The problem is in the game, your players don't really have the opportunity to really see that deeply into that character's mind, right? They can get some of that, and I do try when I'm running. I do try to feed that, and as much as possible, where it can be fed, and there's all kinds of things, right? If they're sort of uprising against the government, and they have their own, axe to grind with the government of the city or whatever, and so you see flyers posted, right? And again, hiding behind an organization that might be good, right, and actually be bad is another wonderful way to build up these marvelous villains. If you read a lot, you get so many wonderful ideas, and of course movies bring a lot to the table as well in shows. So I love this. This is a great conversation.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's tons of the sad truth is that most evil is done by people who never make it up their minds to be good or evil. So, Andrew Granger, Gooey Cube and Gary Con was a great combination. Appreciate that. So, there are a few accidental BBEGs. A small encounter turns into someone the party makes into a major player. The true evil is staying silent and doing nothing in the face of any evil.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm sorry. Now
And
I'm just scrolling through.
that goes to things like the magnificent.
Oh my God, it's already 11:02, Alphinius.
Yeah, we got to go. But that goes to things like the Magnificent Seven, where they come into a town where a few people are trying to save the town, but they're scared, right? But most of the town has gone along with it because they either are profiting from it, or they're scared themselves, right? And they never tried. So that's really, really good. This was great.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, there are so many good comments, but it is like time to head out. I have
we could bring it up again more. We could talk about it more next week.
Absolutely.
If you want to do that.
Yeah. So, well, Iyad will be on next week, so we will. I'm not sure what the topic will be with Iyad, but you guys can continue this conversation if you want. Or Iyad is. I don't know if you guys ever finished your conversation about tabletop RPGs in the virtual space. So
I don't know how far we got on that. I can't remember. So we'll have to talk about it. Mandy, will you do post up the toad? Will you put the toad up, and we'll name the toad, and we'll give the top three a chance to actually name the toad. And the top three will get a signed plague toad or some kind of a hairy thing, or maybe both.
Yes. So if you guys want, we'll do one more week of entries since I don't have the pillow drawing ready to go. So #Chet to enter to win the amazing pillow, which will be shipped.
It has been sat on, farted on.
We are going to keep we are keeping the one because you decided that was great. So
yeah, it's perfect behind my back on the chair.
#Chet.
Chet puts in.
To enter to win. And thank you all so much for joining us today. This has been a lovely show and a lovely discussion. And so anything else, Alphinius? Are you back? Else. Will you be remote next week? Are you still in California next week?
I will be remote next week. We fly out on Sunday.
All right, sounds good.
Yes, I might even now.
Wait, you fly out on Sunday because our thing is on Sunday. What time do you?
We'll be back in plenty of time. That's why.
All right, sounds good.
I mean, unless we have I've had a couple nightmares. It's 7:00 Mountain Time, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah, 7:00 Mountain Time.
So we'll make sure to get the details up in the den.
Yes, and it looks like Luke is going to join us as well, and we're going to talk about the Tomb of Geisengak. So
exciting!
I need to put together a little slide program for that. I think that'd be fun to
Dude, you don't need me on the show. You guys should just go do it.
Oh, camera Mandy, stop.
Okay, thank you all so much for joining us. And Thanos being able to do what he intended shouldn't have been reversible. So, I mean, that's a whole different discussion. That's a whole different Cryptflix. So,
yeah,
anyway.
there were a few. I think there were a couple plot holes in the Thanos thing, but it was still
It's definitely
really
not. It's definitely blockbuster. It's definitely not perfect. We can say
Yes.
that. But I think what they did over time was very impressive. So, it was a big accomplishment. So
yes, and thanks to the folks who sent me little messages about Grandma Goo and Brother Goo. And we're doing really good. It's really, we're very pleased with the whole situation right now, as best as it can be, you know. And so we were very worried about Chris, and everything really went well. So we're very, very happy about that. So much love, friends. May all your adventures be sticky and wonderful and magnificent, and may your Saturday be beautiful. And Ms. Goo and I are going to go have a little brunch, and then we're going to go see Grandma. So
yeah. She's doing fine, poor thoughtless. He asked what happened to Grandma Goo. She's doing fine. So
Richard, she is 87, and she has very severe diabetes, and it is very, very difficult for her to control it. She has a very strange form of this disease, and so she's going up and down, 600 down to crashing, and it's very, very difficult. And we're trying to train the caregivers better of how to manage this, but it is really bad. And then Chris, who is Diane's brother, has some severe health problems himself, and could not walk because of a very, very bad hip problem. And he was going to go in for surgery, but they were very worried about some of his health issues. But he came through like a champ. So we are actually hoping that the next phase of his life is going to be a lot better, because he was able to get this surgery done. He'll actually be able to walk again without a walker. You know, he's younger than I, so you know, it's this is what we've been going through. So, but you know what, my friends, I want to tell you, you know, this is life, right? We all get older, and things don't work always the way that they want to work. But you know, this is why I tell everyone, you know, just hug the ones you love, and put forth love, because it is the better way to live. It is just the better way to live. Much love to you all. Cameron Mendy, I went too long. I apologize.
That's okay. I appreciate you all. We'll see you soon. May all your adventures be sticky.
Yes, indeed.